Octane collects also source code information from pipelines and connects this with backlog items and with users in ALM Octane. So apart from reviewing build results and test results, you can get information about source code changes. If we look at a particular pipeline run and go to commits tab, we can see all the commits which are in the pipeline. For a particular commit, we can get list of modified files or deleted or re-edit files, and we can see links to source code and diff of that change. If we click the link, we are navigated to the source code repository and we can review the details. We can see that the commit is linked to a particular user in ALM Octane, and by switching to stories view, we can see what are the user stories and defects associated with the commits. Let's review the configuration, how to define the association between commits, backlog items and Octane users. Under shared space, for each user, we can define what is the corresponding SCM user. So we can pick a user and we can specify what is his name in the source code repository. If a particular developer uses multiple names in multiple repositories, we can specify multiple names here. If we switch to workspace and go to DevOps settings, in SCM repositories, we can configure links to source of the files. This is called file link template, and links to diff. The link for a particular repository points to a page which is capable of reviewing that particular revision and file, and revision and path variables can be used in this template, in this expression. These values are replaced for a particular file in particular revision when this information is rendered in Octane UI, and similarly for diff. The last configuration to review is a linkage of commits to backlog items. Here we can see the default mapping. We can see the pattern which is defined for defects, user stories and quality stories. After defining a comment, we can very quickly test it. If I follow the pattern, and press validate, the system will inform us that here it found a reference, in this case to a user story with ID 1010. If I modify the pattern, I can see that no messages were found. Defining a new pattern is very easy. Let's define a new pattern, for example, for defects. We will use keyword bug, then space, 0 or multiple times, and then the ID, which will be a number with at least one digit, and this will be the group which will be extracted and used as an ID. Let's add this new pattern definition. Once this pattern is defined, we can validate it. Now we can see that the system understands this commit message and knows that it's related to defect with ID 123.